Today we're showing off ScatterBuddies by game developer iPartyMobile. ScatterBuddies is an interesting new take on the classic social categories game Scattergories, in which players have to come up with a set of answers to questions or categories, all beginning with a particular letter. iParty puts a unique spin on this game by making each game into a four-player asynchronous turn-based game where all players take turns answering the questions and then judging each other's answers. ScatterBuddies takes it a step further by creating a rather addictive single-player mode based off of the online mode. ScatterBuddies offers a clean and easy-to-follow user interface. Subtle hints throughout gameplay help to guide us towards our next actions. We weren't wowed away with any flashy graphics, but we were impressed with just how naturally everything felt and flowed together. It's clear that the developer took the time to really think about how to effectively portray information contextually through the interface. For example, rather than using an on-screen timer, a heartbeat progressively beating its way towards a heart attack is used along with a quickening red flash. The game view screen is well adapted to let us see who we're playing against, what their status is, and even browse through their answers. When answering questions, the interface is well thought out, as we can easily scroll through and press the next button to move on to the next question. This helps us answer as quickly as possible. You'll notice the keyboard certainly gets in the way here, especially for users on a smaller screen. One thing that may begin to agitate you in ScatterBuddies is the presence of loading screens. Loading screens, usually lasting a second or less, appear constantly between games. While I was certainly able to look past these and still enjoy the game, they are worth mentioning. ScatterBuddies is a game that will challenge your quick thinking and creative skills to the max. You're given about a minute and a half to think of 10 categories ranging from trivia, like someone who started a movie with Kevin Bacon, to brainstorming, like things you'd find in an airport, and even creative, like a fictional rapper alias. Once everyone has answered, you then take a turn and vote to judge each other's answers. This second step helps to ensure the validity of everyone's answers, and the app is smart enough to remember when an answer has been confirmed so the same answer doesn't have to be confirmed again. Points are awarded to each player for valid answers, and no points are given for answers that another player also used in the same round. Once points are scored, the highest point total wins and the game is over and you move on to the next one. This process creates several quick four-player matches. While it may seem that each game is pretty short, the games can take a while to complete since you're waiting on all four players to answer and judge. Instead of sitting down to a particular game and playing it through to completion, you will have several games running at once and you come back to the device as the games advance. ScatterBuddies does a good job of keeping the games advancing by acting for players who take a long time. This prevents games from getting too stale, but they can still take a day or two to complete. Users who want to sit down, start a game, and finish it in one sitting will find this to be a bit of a turnoff. Once a game is complete, that's it. You can rematch the game and all the players will be added to a new game, but the score is reset each time. We wish there was a way to keep the game going for some longer running progressive games, but that isn't offered. While the heart of ScatterBuddies is its online mode, there's also a local mode where any number of players can create a game and pass the device around and play through a series of rounds progressing towards the highest score. An addicting single-player mode challenges you to try to think of all of the top answers that have been given by users in the online mode. You're given a single category at a time along with blanks showing the top 5 answers for that category. Letters will slowly fill in to help you as you try to come up with all of the 5 answers before moving on. You're awarded extra time and points each time you guess correct, and you lose time when you're wrong. ScatterBuddies offers a rather unique social experience for its users since each game requires interacting with 3 other somewhat random people. Those interactions are pretty much restricted to nudges and to viewing a player's answers after you've judged a game. Facebook isn't required to play ScatterBuddies, but it is recommended. If you use Facebook, you will find more social interaction. You can add Facebook friends directly into your games, and when you join random games, the app will first try to put you into games that your friends are involved in. While this is all great, we found that the game did not take full advantage of all the opportunities for social interaction. We'd like to see the developer take this further and offer things like player cards so you can see more information about a player's record, a favoriting system to let us connect with non-Facebook friend players, or an in-game messaging system that lets a group discuss the game after it's over. ScatterBuddies will keep you entertained for quite some time. With a large range of categories, games starting with different letters, and over 5,000 online players, each game will be truly unique. To keep users engaged, iParty Mobile uses a weekly leaderboard system. This system highlights the players who've won the most games this week and showcases the player that came out on top of the previous week, as well as the players holding the best records overall. The solo mode also uses the scoreboard to let you compare your top scores with those from other players online, encouraging you to keep playing. ScatterBuddies is an awesome game that challenges you to think quickly and creatively. iParty Mobile has done a great job at thinking outside of the box to innovate on a classic concept. By providing all sorts of motivations and a wide range of possible gameplay options, you will find yourself wanting to keep playing this game over and over. ScatterBuddies has plenty of room for improvement, but the lack of these things that we'd like to see didn't stop us from becoming addicted to playing it. A look back at the game's history of constant updates and improvements helps keep us assured that these things will likely come in due time. If you are a fan of quick thinking creative word games, and if you like Scattergories, I strongly recommend you check this game out. It goes well above and beyond any other similar games on the market today.